another one. It's like.
Hannah, we're streaming on your side? All right, I'm going to go live. Go live in here. I don't mind something. All right, so I'm going to...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the BMB Game of the Week. I'm Matt Mano alongside Finnegan Corcondula, and we have got a good one. It's senior day here in Mepham High School. We got the Mepham Pirates taking on the MacArthur Generals. Finn, it's going to be a good one.
Without a doubt, both teams come into this, one of them being 1-7, which is MacArthur, and the other being 3-6 in the conference, which is, the Mepham Pirates. So it's going to be a thriller.
Absolutely. Not the best teams in Conference A1, but two teams with a lot to play for, as Mepham is coming into this game 3-6. And all you need to do in Section 8, especially in Conference A1, to make the playoffs is go 500 in your conference. Mepham has 3 more league games coming up. You've got MacArthur today, Great Neck South over the weekend, and you've got Calhoun into the week. You win all 3 of those games, you're in. So Mepham absolutely has a lot to play for.
Oh, without a doubt. But so does, MacArthur, and we can't forget about that. But a big advantage for Mepham is it's senior night tonight.
Absolutely.
So, all the seniors really want to fight. But look, MacArthur Generals, we know MacArthur through and through. They're a very passionate side. So, look, both teams here, it's going to be, as I said earlier, a thriller, but a really close game. And look, MacArthur really, really need more wins. They only have one this season in Conference A1.
Absolutely, and this is also something that you really need to look at is that Mepham and MacArthur also, this is a rivalry. I know people like to say that Mepham's rival is Garden City, but when it comes down to it, it's not really that much of a rivalry, and it's not because who wins or who loses. It always gets heated when MacArthur comes to town. I mean, you always think of MacArthur as got kind of like second-tier rival, where if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're playing Cleveland as opposed to playing Baltimore, and that's kind of what it feels like. But in reality, in my opinion, MacArthur is our biggest rival, or MacArthur is Mepham's biggest rival, I feel.
Oh, without a doubt. And, we talk about it. They're really close to Mepham. One of the closer schools to Mepham.
Absolutely. They're only a 10-minute drive away.
Exactly.
I drove out
to... It's almost closer than, where Kennedy is.
Absolutely. I drove out to lunch to MacArthur. I drove out to lunch to Wantagh today. I could have made it to MacArthur and back before the period ended.
Exactly.
They're that close in proximity.
And then later in the week, we also see, Mepham go up against Calhoun, which is a huge rival.
Absolutely. But we're
just down the road.
But let's focus about today's game. It is senior day, and it is Kevin Perry's first time on the court. He suffered an ankle injury in the football season that left him banged up. He was an offensive lineman.
Yep.
Dom Novel's blindside blocker, and he was their best offensive lineman, pound for pound, played with so much heart, so much effort. And Coach Cable had when I spoke with him earlier in the week, he was speaking glowingly about Kevin Perry, about his leadership, about his character, but the fact that when a lot of guys are injured, they just don't show up. Rather focus on their schoolwork, perfect opportunity to do this or that or whatever. But, Kevin Perry is such a great leader on this team. And to hear more about that, let's send it down to our guys, Tyler Steiberg and Ryan Marr.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the BMB Game of the Week, we have the MacArthur Generals versus the Mepham Pirates. I'm Tyler Steiberg alongside Ryan Marr, and today we're in for a really good game, Ryan.
Yeah, we definitely are. This is going to be a great matchup. Both teams have good records, and it's going to be a showdown.
Yeah, we see both of these teams, definitely not to the season that we've hoped so far. They haven't gotten to the best start, and it's been rough sledding for majority of the season. But in the end of the day, these are two teams that there is a rivalry here. Yes, it's not a crosstown district like a Mepham and Calhoun or Mepham Kennedy, but I'll tell you one thing. The history between this MacArthur team and this Mepham team goes way, way back. You can look at any sport. We had the football playoff game last year where MacArthur was just barely able to beat Mepham, and then we go to this playoffs, Mepham just barely getting that last-second touchdown by Dom Novello. against these Generals, and then basketball goes the same way. I mean, we've had a ton of close games, so we're definitely going to be in for a good one today.
Yeah, this year has been absolutely great with the MacArthur Generals. There's been so many games. Girls basketball is also playing them tonight. They took a tough loss against them last time they played them. In a tough matchup, it really was. They did lose by a little bit more, but it is what it is in the end of the day, and they got to come back tonight and win. And it brings them up to their standings. And Mepham's also got to do the same. They got to get a win here if they want to look at any possible hope of a playoff hope.
I agree with you there. Again, it's senior night here at Mepham High School. These Mepham Pirates will celebrate 5 seniors, all very talented, and have done a lot here for this Mepham program and just building a team. And whether it's on or off the court, they've had a lot of success. And this night kind of puts all that into perspective. This is what matters as a teammate. You have a lot to cherish, and yeah, these are all just memories. So I'm really excited for that. So with all that being said, I've been Ryan. I'm Tyler Steinberg alongside Ryan Marr. Let's send it over to Jake Mantle with your interview. Jake.
Thanks, guys, and I'm expecting an absolute great game. Earlier in the season, these teams faced off, and it was a great one. Mepham did come out, though, 62-57, so I'm expecting the Generals to come out firing out the gates and definitely going for revenge. On that side, this team will be led by the senior and the most exciting player on the team, Sonny Diorico. He's definitely one of the most energetic players, and he's going to be the one that you're seeing defending Mepham's best player, and he's going to be the one that's going to be locking up all game. But on Mepham's side, Kieran Kehoe is going to be the offensive leader and the offensive mastermind with the ball. He's been averaging 13 points a game this entire season, and I don't see that slowing down. I do, in fact, have Mepham squeaking out the victory, but that's just a little prediction for me. But I will say, I see this coming down to an absolute close game. I think it's going to be a fun one. But I think these comparisons and these two players are going to square off. I do think it is, in fact, it just has to be said that these two, although they have the same offensive mindset, their game is completely different. One's more shifty and more energetic, and one is just a leader on the court and is able to get those threes when they come. But that's all for me until game time. I'm going to send it up to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jake. It is going to be such a fun game, and I really feel like Kieran Kehoe, as Jake mentioned, is really going to be a key player for Mepham to have any sort of success today. But he's not getting the start today because Mepham is going with an all-senior lineup of Seligman, O'Neal, Perry, and Sheffer and Priola. So that's going to be their starting 5 for today. And then for MacArthur, they're going with their regular 5 of Lord, DeRico, Chesapeake, Knydra, and Morgensen. So that matchup, MacArthur could very easily get up to a huge start. I mean, maybe not with DeRico, but with the bigs, with Knydra, and using Morgensen to I don't want to say attack Kevin Perry, but he's coming off an injury. There may be a little bit of rust that he might have to shake off. But Gianmarco Priola is most likely going to be able to contain Sonny DeRico's shooting abilities, that long wingspan, and that great defense.
Exactly, yeah. 6'4", John Marco is. So.
Absolutely. And also Trey O'Neal and Sean Seligman, both those guys play with very high motors, play with a lot of passion. This is a very good defensive lineup. If I were to see those 5 seniors in the game for Mepham, I were to think that you're going to be going in and you need one possession, you need one stop to win the game. Maybe with the exception of Kieran Kehoe being in the game. But this is your all-defensive team for Mepham, and for MacArthur. They have guys who can shoot the lights out. This is probably one of the best shooting teams in Conference A1.
No, it is, and you talk about Sebastian Lohr as well from MacArthur, who's really good, 14.4 points per game.
It's actually 14.3 points per game.
Yep.
And Lohr is one of their key contributors as a shooter, as a leader. Same with Sonny DeRico. DeRico has evolved so much. He's grown a lot in the past year. Also, he's grown about 2-3 inches. He's also grown into a different player. I mean, last year he was more of just a ball handler, a playmaker. Now he can do it all. He's really got all the tools in the back pocket. He can still play make. He can still handle. Now he can shoot the lights out. And also now that he's 5'10", 5'11", just an inch taller than I am, just because I always like to comment on how short I am on these pregame shows.
Yeah.
But DeRico has really evolved from a junior who really had maybe a supporting role, or maybe wasn't exactly the best guy on the floor every time he stepped on it. Now he's one of, if not the best players on the court every time he's going to be on it. And we have a lot of star power with Lohr, DeRico, Kehoe, O'Neal, and all these other guys.
And we can't forget about Owen Heller.
Owen Heller, exactly.
A really,
Heller,
really good
Savali.
potential there.
Exactly. Heller, Savali, Morganson, Cheswick. This is a star-studded matchup, and it's honestly kind of shocking that both these teams have losing records.
Yeah, no, and you're totally right. I mean, the stars of the show here, we also have to talk about Owen Heller. I mean, he's only a sophomore.
And the only underclassman on varsity.
Exactly. Yeah, and I saw when you spoke to, the coach of Mepham saying how much, potential he has, which is just a fact. I mean,
Absolutely. Owen Heller,
what he's doing at the varsity level as a sophomore, a lot of people never could think of it. So
yes, Owen Heller absolutely has potential in all the sports he does. He potentially could be Don Novello's successor at quarterback. He potentially could be the main scoring option. Maybe not next year, but when he's a senior, he will be the main scoring option, and he will definitely be a number 2 or 3 guy next year with with Kehoe and with Savali behind him.
Exactly.
Exactly. And
he's an all-around athlete. I think he also plays lacrosse too.
Exactly.
So.
And that is his main sport, where he potentially potentially could be a Division I talent. I mean, Owen Heller absolutely could be a guy to give this team a spark off the bench, especially because he's one of their main 5 guys. With 3 of their normal starters not getting the start today, not getting the nod, this team's going to be dangerous off the edge. In the clutch moments, I would expect if this game gets close and ends up coming down to 1 player, 1 basket, or just a couple of series of possessions, I would expect Mepham to get the win just because all their guys are going to be well rested and fresh.
Exactly.
Kehoe's getting
coming right off the bench, you got Kehoe, Heller.
Savali, Heller, getting all these limited minutes. I mean, this could absolutely be a game for Mepham. They're a very clutch team to begin with. I mean, saw Kehoe hit that famed buzzer beater off the assist from Chris Norris, who no longer is on the team. I mean, it's game time, and we've got a great game ahead of us. So let's throw it down to the men who's going to be taking you through the action, Tyler Steinberg and Ryan Mock. Take us away.
Once again, thank you, Finn, Matt, and Jake Mano for that amazing pregame show. We're underway here. We're getting ready for tip-off, and like we said earlier, we have 2 very, very talented teams here in the Mepham Pirates and the MacArthur Generals. These 2 teams, the rivalry goes way, way, way back before me and you were even born. And not that says much, being 16 or 15 years old roughly, but yeah, no, we're going to be in for a good one here today. Kevin Perry in the circle for the Pirates, getting ready to tip off, and for the other side, John Morgenstein.
I 100% agree, Tyler. One thing, it's Mepham senior night tonight. All seniors on the court right now. It's a big night. It's a big night for Mepham. They need to win this game, and if they win out, they are in the playoffs. So it's a big game.
Agree with you there. As tip-off's underway, Morgenstein wins it here for the Generals. Now down in the corner. Sonny passes it to the top, trying to get something down low to the 3-point line. Now down in the corner. Sebastian Lohr trying to find a man. There's 3 white jerseys there. Gianmarco Priola with the nice finish. So a nice defensive play to start this game off. You see Sebastian Lohr tries to go in between 3 white jerseys. Doesn't go well for him. Now the Generals try to answer back with the 3 ball, and yes, they do. Mike Kandera with a nice shot there.
This is a little sign that this is going to be a great game. Did you agree, Tyler?
I agree with you there. Defense wins games. They're going to call the travel on Priola. It was definitely close. He caught the ball. Kind of might have been some sort of gather step, but they're going to call it a travel. So now we see the Generals. Lohr's going to pass it, trying to get it above. Try to avoid that backcourt. They will do that. Bad pass, though. That leads to Perry with the turnover. Priola, part 2, but a nice defensive play there by Sebastian Lohr. Generals going the other way. And some sloppy ball. That's going to be out on Kevin Perry, though, and it's going to be Generals ball. So we've seen some fast play, but not much result, as that's been, at least 2 or 3 turnovers already. We just take a look at the replay. There's a nice shot there as well on the breakaway for Priola. Now we have the ball in the corner, and they're going to call it Mepham ball. So it was definitely a 50-50 play, but it goes the Pirates' way. So Jack's going to bring it to O'Neal. O'Neal, the point guard. He's going to cross half court now. Guarded by Sonny. Now to Perry. Perry at the 3-point line. Sheffer down in the corner. Jack trying to find a lane, passes to Perry. The big man for 3. Bang! He hits it. You see there with the little 3 ball.
This is Kevin Perry's first game back in a while. And, you know, that's just a sign that it's going to be a great game for him.
Yeah, Kevin Perry, the big man. Not every day you see a big man shoot, but it become a popular trend here with these Pirates, him and Kehoe. So the Generals, a strong layup by Patrick Cheswick. A physical play one-on-one with Kevin Perry. He's able to put it through. Chanel O'Neal to Jack. He's going to hit Perry. Perry coming around at the top of the key now. Trying to find O'Neal. He gets it there. Trey slowing it down. Takes the pass to Priola. Trey O'Neal with the drive. A tough finish, not able to get it. Jack with the rebound, not able to finish. And it's going to be the Generals' ball, so Jack having a few opportunities to put the ball in the hoop, not able to do it. Coming up now, Sebastian Lohr. Lohr's going to now send it to Mike, but not able to hit it. And definitely an aggressive shot. We've seen a few aggressive plays here by both teams. There's Trey O'Neal. Going to try to find the lane. Tries to go underhand, not able to finish it. Sebastian Lohr is going to bring it up and passes it quickly to Sonny. Sonny driving on Priola. They're going to call a foul there. A reach in by Priola. Getting a little aggressive, a little handsy here to start the game.
Yeah, you know, it's getting a little messy right now. And what's got to happen is both teams got to slow it down a little bit. You know, it's been great defensively for both people. But what's got to happen is they got to slow it down. And what they got to do is they got to pause themselves and just take it step by step.
Agree with you there. Sonny with a hard drive. Good defense by Jack. Very physical play. And it's going to go the other way for Seligman, and they're going to call him pushed out. Yes, he was trying to get the fast break, but they're going to call a foul there on number 23, John Morgenstein, as we saw a potential fast break for Sean Seligman, the senior. You see Coach Gable talking about how these Pirates teams got to go a little faster. We see the Generals out the gate with speed, but not able to do much with it. So now Jack's going to send it right back to Trey O'Neal. Top of the key now is Seligman. Seligman trying to find a lane. Nice pick by Perry. Priola comes around, fakes the pull-up. Trey O'Neal for three. Not able to go. Now it goes the other way. Sebastian Lohr going against two white jerseys. Now it's going to send it to the corner. Sonny down low, passes to the other side of the three ball, air ball there by Mike, and now it's going to go the other way. Perry with the rebound. Trey O'Neal now sends it to Jack. Jack trying to drive. Oh, almost had a good layup there, just in and out of the rim. We're going to see Sebastian slow it down here for the Generals. Now sends it to Sonny.
Exactly. You see on the sideline right now, 5 incoming subs from Mepham at the next stoppage of play. And that's just a little thing from Coach Cable, basically saying that we're changing things up right now.
Agree with you there, making sure that everyone has enough rest to just take a second to breathe is very important as we take a look at this replay.
You know, this is exactly what Kevin Perry's first game should be like. You know, he got up and he got that rebound, and that's exactly what a coach wants.
Yeah, definitely one of the most physical players on this Pirates team. It's what they have to offer when you go against some of these big men. So now Kehoe to Owen Heller. The sophomore hits the three. What a shot. A nice pass there by Kehoe. Kind of gets his body in the way, a fake pick, and just Owen Heller makes it rain. They're going to call a foul there, I believe, on Mitch Savali. Yes, it will. So
you know, you just saw Owen Heller hit that shot. You know, Owen Heller is a sophomore on a majority a junior and senior team. So this shows him stepping up, as you see on our screen right now.
Yeah, Owen Heller stepping up big there as it's a foul on MacArthur. So Savali's going to inbound it to Heller.
Owen Heller's been a big part of this team all season, as the coach said. You know, he's been there every single game. He stepped up, and that's just who he is. He's got a lot of talent, and he's a great kid.
You're there. Mitch Savali tried going in the post and finding something, but they're going to call a foul on MacArthur, I believe. Yes, it will. So that will send Savali to the line for 2. MacArthur's second foul of the game. Savali gets ready for his first attempt. No good off the front of the rim, and you know, free throws are such an important part of the game. They call free throws for a reason, you know, make sure that you bury them because they're points that you have to capitalize on. Savali not able to bury the second, so he misses 2. A chance for Harrington to get the rebound, but they're going to say it was out of bounds, as it looked like Morgenstein hit the ball out of Harrington's hands, but it probably hit his knee. So now Lohr sends it to Sonny. Sonny back to Lohr. A little back and forth game here. Sonny trying to find the hole, sends it to the corner. A nice drive and a good finish there by number 25, Mike Kundura. Owen Heller now. Heller to Kieran Roth. Kieran Roth not able to hit it. Lohr trying to spin out. It's got 2 white jerseys. Full court press here by the Pirates. Now Lohr He's got 4 white jerseys on him. It's going to be a hard finish on Heller, and they're going to call the foul on the sophomore. So a strong finish there for Sebastian Noor. Not able to get the and one, but he'll still take it. Take a look. A nice finish there by Mike Kundura. Just, again, it takes a lot of guts to try to finish hard at the rim, especially midair against some of these big men that the Pirates have, but Mike makes it look easy.
He does, you know, and he's gone up all game. You know, he's a sophomore, like we said. No, he's not a sophomore. He is a senior. And, you know, he's taking a leadership role on this team. He's a big factor of their success.
So Lohr there hit the first free throw, not able to sink the second. Is now Kieran Roth trying to find a lane. A nice little spin move, puts it up, and a tough finish by Kieran Roth. A quick little spin move puts the poster on him.
That is exactly the way to go up, and that is exactly what the coach wants.
We got what we wanted here in the first quarter, a fast start and a close game so far. What a dish there by Mike Kundura. Just a good start for him, finding a wide open Morgenstein in the paint. So now Kehoe, the point guard in a big man's body, sends it to Mitch Savali. Kieran Roth now at the top of the key, quick jab step, sends it to Harrington. Now to Kehoe. Kehoe tries to cut on his right foot, nothing there. Now Heller, another nice cut, quick hop step hurl. Heller not able to finish it. Savali tried to get the putback in, but both not able to capitalize. Now we see Sonny driving down, cuts right in between Kieran and Kehoe. What a play there by Sonny. Shows that quick display of that point guard in him. Again, just puts the ball, tucks it in his chest like a running back, and just goes right through the hole with a tough finish.
You know, Mepham had the lead for a majority of this first quarter, and it just diminished. So they got to get more points. As we see here, you know, he went up and he did exactly what he's supposed to do. He went up and he got that foul, and he's being rewarded by taking shots on the line right now. Yeah,
I'll tell you, that was a very impressive play. With a chance for the and one, that's the three-point play there for Sonny. And just like that, now these MacArthur teams are up 3. So now we see Alex Serra. Passes it back to the top of the key. For Stanley, Kehoe. Now Kieran. A nice shot by Kieran Pangangar. Good shot there. Just frames it up, sets his feet. Textbook. So now we see Sebastian sends it down to the corner. To the other side now, Mike with the shot. And almost there on the double team. Almost able to sink it. Now Kehoe. Nice quick crossover there. Sends it to Kieran. Kieran, a nice little pump fake, but not able to do anything with it as Sebastian makes the good defensive play. Lohr pushing the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds on Mepham. I believe Kehoe touched it last, but again, a good defensive play, breaking up that fast break.
Exactly. You know, as we see here, we see Kieran take that shot, and it goes in. You know,
Yeah.
that is a perfect shot.
Just textbook, sets his feet, takes his time, don't overthink it. Is Lohr now, the quick jab step. He's going to airball, the quick pull-up, and now Heller's going to take it the other way.
That's another rebound for Owen Heller.
Alex Serra for 3, just short off the front of the rim. Serra tries getting the ball back, but Sonny's going to take it the other way. Sonny, that is almost a second nice finish for him at the rim, but either way, he's going to draw 2.
You know, that is the second foul in a few minutes for Owen Heller. You know, he put his hands up, and in my opinion, it wasn't as much contact as they thought. But Owen Heller even gave that little shrug, but the referee shook him off and said no. And in the end of the day, that's what the referee says goes.
Yeah, that's why Sonny is such a big player for this team. He just doesn't care who's in the paint. Kevin Perry, Kehoe, throw your biggest man at Sonny. He just does not care. He finds a way to drive in between his defenders no matter what. Is right there, he sinks the second free throw after missing the first. But he's such a talented player in all aspects of the game. So now Stanley trying to find a man, sends it to Heller. Heller, the quick crossover, nice move there, sends it to Kieran to the three-point line. Kieran now to Serra. Alex Serra trying to find a man, goes in the corner, a nice quick dump off. Now Kieran, three-point line.
Oh, almost
tried
the
to make
second
it.
one.
Yeah, tried to hit that second shot of the game for him, not able to hit it. Heller now with the open look, good defense by Sonny last second. Effort, such an important part of the game of basketball, just making sure that you go to make sure you get your rebound for your shot, make sure you close out on your man. What these MacArthur teams does well is a nice dish there for Lohr, finding Morgenstein in the paint. So now Heller tries to drive on 2. Nice little floater, not able to hit it. Heller looking for a foul, but there isn't one. Now Sonny going the other way. Sonny tries getting to 2 defenders and does it well even with the foul, so they're going to call it on Alex Serra take another look at this nice play. Again, just takes so much talent. Lore there, such a talented point guard for this team. Him and Sonny, both guys are just the two guys that you want running your backcourt. Is finds the wide open man.
Exactly, 100% agree with you. You know, the score is 16-13, MacArthur right now. And as you see on the board, Mepham has 6 fouls. 6 fouls compared to 2 fouls for MacArthur. And those fouls are making up a giant margin of MacArthur's points right now.
Definitely an aggressive approach that hasn't paid off, as we saw the mental error there by Sonny to get a backcourt, and a chance for Heller to catch it. Not the best pass by Kehoe, hits him on the back shoulder, and Heller not able to catch that one-handed grab. So again, we saw earlier just the mental error by Sonny. We don't see, from a talented player like him, we don't see that too often. As Sebastian Lore pickpocketed, that's going to be out of bounds by Stanley. So never mind. They're going to say that MacArthur touched it last. As we wait for the ref's whistle. Now Heller. Trying to look for Kehoe, gets it there. Fake pass to the corner. Kehoe trying to use his shoulder, not able to hit it. Sarah with a nice way to catch that ball. Heller shoots up a contested shot per the buzzer, just not able to sink it, as we see a very good game so far. MacArthur up 3 as we take a look at this physical play at the end. Alex Sarah trying to make a nice play, passes it to Heller as fast as he can, just not able to capitalize. So we hit the end of the first quarter. Again, it got exactly what we wanted. A very close, a very physical game. We saw a fast approach attempt. So I've been Tyler Steinberg with Ryan Marr for this first quarter. We're now going to send it over to Finnegan Corcoran-Doolin and Jake Manoff.
Well, a lot more aggression as we just saw there. We know both teams are aggressive into this game, without a doubt, Jake. Maybe a little bit more senior play from Mepham since it's senior night, but I think since that was the first quarter, maybe they, start their full, starting 5 now, including Owen Heller and others.
The ones that got them off to that hot start that we saw it in the beginning, and these are the ones that was going to start out the second quarter. So do you think, with obviously not being your number 1 starting lineup, do you think these guys can get them back in the game and maybe even take the lead?
Yeah, who knows into this one, we're gonna see very, very soon here for Mepham as we're just about to get started. As you said, Jake, a full starting 5 for Mepham, including Trey O'Neill, Marco Priola, Sean Seligman, Kevin Perry, and, of course, Jack Schaefer. Perry to O'Neill, point guard. Tries a pass, and here's John Marco Priola, the first-year senior. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill goes for a shot in the paint, can't get it, and that will be a foul, I believe, on Jack Schaefer.
There's going to be a lot of aggression in the second half. These teams are not the best of friends. I think it's very clear to say. There's a lot of aggression every time they played, and the Generals really want revenge for that 62-57 loss earlier in the season.
Without a doubt. All right, now number 21 will take the free throws here. Sebastian Lore. 14.3 points per game that he gets.
Definitely, and the coaches love him. Laura's one of the best shooters that they have on this team, and that has been proven time and time again. As you said, with the 14 points per game, a lot of those are from threes, and a lot of those are from his shooting ability.
Without a doubt. Here we go. Another free throw to be taken. And there you go, 2 for 2 for Sebastian Lore for the free throws there. Here comes O'Neill down the right side of the court. He finds someone. He will. He finds Kevin Perry, whose first game back from an ankle injury that came from another sport of Mepham football. Here's Seligman, back to Perry. Looks to John Marco Priola. Priola looking And he's found Jack Schaefer. Schaefer loses it to Sebastian Lohr, who's making offensive and defensive plays. Lohr down the court. Finds. Here we go. It's again. Shot. And there you go. Mikey Condra will get the three. O'Neal goes, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
I mean, definitely. We were just talking about their senior lineup. We said it before. This is not their number one lineup. And you said they would have been able to maybe even take the lead, and it's just not seeming like that. These Generals are playing a lot more aggressive with a lot more offense, and they're just making a lot more plays than these seniors can.
Without a doubt. Here comes Lohr. Who can he find other than John Morgenstern? Morgenstern with the two. O'Neal. Who's he set to find now? He finds Jack Sheffer. Sheffer looks over to Priola. Priola finds Seligman. Seligman for two. Oh, he can't get it. That's Dylan Labont, who got it. Contested ball between Priola and Labont will be MacArthur's ball.
I mean, yeah, and here comes the actual starting lineup here for the Pirates. I mean, you see guys like Kieran Kehoe, Owen Heller, these guys that Mepham has been trusted all season. And when you're down 10, these are the guys that you're going to look for to really make plays and at least try to get your name back in this game.
Without a doubt, Jake. Here comes the starting five for Mepham. Savali, we've got Kehoe, we've got Heller, and others. Here we go. Can LeBon find it? He can't. And Mepham will restart with Kieran Roth. Right to Heller, the sophomore, the only underclassman on this team. Look at this. Beautiful plays. It's going to Savali. And he's lost it. Oh, perfect. MacArthur still have the ball somehow. Sebastian Lohr looks over. And could that be it? Oh, he's trying for another three. And it is, of course, again, here. Oh, can Roth find it? He can't. But he'll get a foul for it. He'll take his 2 free throws.
I mean, definitely. That's one thing you got to love about Kieran Roth. He's willing to go up for those layups, go up and get those fouls. But you got to remember, that was all off of a Mike Condra three-point miss. I mean, he's shooting 50% on the day. He's already got 6 points just off of threes, so that's a rare miss from him.
It's perfect for Kieran Roth up to yet. Makes his first free throw there. And trying to find a second here. And again, you're totally right. Condra going for a few three-pointers early on. But Roth, can he get it? He can't. But there you go. Keogh's got it. Whose ball will it be? And it came off John Morgenstern. It will be Mepham's ball.
Definitely. That's a huge turning point. Able to get that one free throw and get an extra possession. I mean, if they can capitalize on this, they should really make it a 2-possession game if possible.
Without a doubt. Here's Savali. That ball came from Ryan Harrington. And it's Mac ball. MacArthur Generals ball upcoming here. It will restart from number 4, Dylan Levigini. Here we go. Some nice skills coming from Diorica. Fortunate play. I think it was out of bounds. That's going to be the call here.
That will be the call. This is a 2014 ball game, but I feel like there's a great reason for that, and that's the foul count. I mean, 8-3, Mepham having 8. I mean, they're playing too aggressive to a point where most of these points came from free throws that really could have been avoided if they would just have their hands up, really stay in the paint, stand their ground, and just a little bit limited on the fouls.
Without a doubt. Keogh gets fouled. He'll take his 2 free throws. And a replay on this.
I mean, yeah, Kehoe going in strong on the right side, on his dominant hand side, and there was just 2 people in the paint, a little bit more than needed, and he will get the foul call 9 times out of 10 on that one.
Sonny DiRico gets a foul there, and he's going to find some time off as I believe Sebastian Lohr will come on.
I mean, definitely. As you just saw, Kehoe not doing everything on the stat sheet just yet, but A, I believe that to change, and B, he's been doing everything else on the floor, from defense to IQ to really making plays happen for this team as always.
Here's Lore. Can he find Morgenstern? No, he'll go himself. He does find Morgenstern. Oh, way over. He was trying to find Dylan Levigny. And it will be Mepham's ball, as obviously that ball went way out. Here's Heller. Trying to look for Kehoe, can't find him. And it will go to Harrington. Back to Roth. Roth to battle out here. Can he get it? He can't. And there's a rebound for John Morgenstern. Lore to Morgenstern. Back to Lore. Can he find the two? He can. And it is a 11-point game to MacArthur.
I mean, what a play by Morgenstern. I mean, just layups, rebounds, everything. He's been going up so strong, and Mepham just cannot contest more than half the time.
Here we go here. Here to Dylan Levigny. He's dribbling around. He's found Morgenstern. Over to Lure for the three. Can't get it. Can Roth get it? No. Dylan Levigny gets there first.
We're going to have a sub here. Ben Campbell coming in. He's seen his first minute of the night. I mean, he's one of those guys who brings a lot of energy to this court. He's one of those guys who has a lot of IQ for the game. And I really think he can make a difference here for the Generals.
Without a doubt. And here's Lore trying to find someone. He's found Dylan Levigny again. And there you go. It's a foul on Savali.
I mean, that's Savali's third. He's already in foul trouble or a little bit. And, I mean, that's not something you want to see. For your star point guard to already have three before the second half, I mean, that's something you got to be worried about.
Without a doubt. Don't want to foul out early on. Savali's very important to this team. But so is Dylan Levigny for MacArthur, and he can't get that free throw. We restart here from Owen Heller of Mepham. Who can he find on the court? He's found Kieran Panganker. Right to Kehoe, and there's the layup. It's a 9-point game. Mepham trying to find a comeback here. And Stanley there. Just unfortunate not getting the ball. Huge rebound from Kehoe.
And what a basket by Heller. But, I mean, that is just something you cannot have happen. And you know Kundra is not going to like that one. You saw him right after he missed it. He knew he should have had it. He wanted it so bad. But that transition was too good for Mepham. As you can see Kieran come here. What a pass and what a contact layup here by Heller.
Exactly. And I forgot to say that. Ben Campbell did sub in, number 44 for MacArthur. He was trying to obviously defend there as well. So Kieran Kehoe has 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. All twos here. Has had a few chances to score a little bit more, but still doing so well defensively for Mepham, keeping them in this game.
I mean, you're going to see it here. Kieran Kehoe going up so strong. I mean, he's so tall, but he is so fast with that build. I mean, just being able to get handles, go around the defense, and going up with that right-handed layup that is just uncontestable. I mean, that's something that every coach has loved, and that is something that every player loves to have.
Without a doubt. We start here. Lore to Levigny. Lore looks over. He's found Morgenstern. Back to Levigny. Lore. Morgenstern. Perfect play here. Morgenstern. Back to Lore. And that's a foul there. It's going to be a foul for MacArthur. I think Mepham's coach is a little confused after that one.
No, that's going to be a foul on Alex Serra. They're going to say an offensive blocking foul, and Sebastian Lore, he's going to go to the line.
Yeah, trying to get a few more points here. And First one goes in right off the rim. Still in, and here we go. We have some subs in. Devin Hepworth comes in, I believe, also with number 25, Mike Condra. Condra can't get it. Off of a rebound. Here comes Heller with speed. And Sarah. Oh, there we go.
I mean, yeah, you can see Sebastian Lohr. He already has 6 points. I mean, he's been everywhere for him. 14.4 points per game on the season, and that is not stopping here. He's been everywhere, all across the court, and I don't see that slowing down.
Right to Georges from Penganker. Georges trying to look over. He's found Kehoe. And this is perfect. Penganker, oh, that's an unfortunate play. Saved by Sarah. Wow. And they were trying to call a backcourt violation, but only 1 foot was in. And, oh, so unfortunate for Sarah as he was trying to get it. Looks over, and there you go. Patrick Cheswick gets the layup for 2 in the paint. Here comes Georges. Stanley Georges looking for someone. He's found Penganker. He's at a 3. Off the backboard. No good for Mepham.
I mean, that's
Look
the
at
thing.
that. Great defense from Georges. Almost. Look at this for Morgenstern. Is that a 3 off the rim? No good.
That's the thing about both these teams. I mean, they both have so much confidence in their shot, and you're seeing it so early on. I mean, there's been 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 3-pointers already attempted before half. So many of these players have so much confidence in their shot, and they will keep shooting no matter how open.
Without a doubt. Here's O'Neal to Penganker. Back to Shefford. Perry. And it's an offensive foul on Kevin Perry, number 35. We'll restart here with Devin Hepworth. He'll go right to Lohr, one of the huge options of this team. Morgenstern. Look at that. What a pass. Huge play, and Mike Condra's got his points.
And I mean, you got to give props to the general offense. I mean, they saw the defensive collapse. They saw the trap so early, and they were able to make the extra pass to really get that 2 to form.
Penganker for 3. Buckets. Perfect for Mepham. It is a 9-point game. Sarah tries to defend. Look at this, Cheswick. What a defensive play from the hard worker, Shefford. But it won't be good enough as Mike Condra has back-to-back 2 points.
I mean, he's been doing everything out on the floor, from threes to layups to free throws to defense. I mean, he's been everywhere. He's been scoring every single possession it seems.
And look at that. It's another 3 in a row. Mike Condra gets it again there. Perfect play, and it comes an assist from Lohr. O'Neal. Penganker. Penganker back to Perry. Perry to Sarah. Sarah looks over to Penganker. Penganker, can he get the layup? He can, and he's been scoring the points for Mepham. Back-to-back points that he gets. Shefford, and can he get it? He almost did from half court. What a play that would have been from Sebastian Lohr.
I mean, yeah, and that's something you don't see every day, especially one coming that close. I mean, that's just so fun to see. It's always fun seeing those half-court shots, and especially if one goes in. I mean, the gym goes wild, and that's always fun.
Without a doubt. Well, we end the half with MacArthur leading by 11, something that maybe most of us wouldn't have seen as such a big score line, but it's still a close game, even though on points it doesn't look like it. 34-23, we end the half, and it is MacArthur's ball game up to yet.
I mean, definitely it's a close game. I mean, you got to assume. But MacArthur just came out the gates so quick with so much aggression. I mean, they want a revenge. I know we've said it so many times, but we're going to hear from that team's coach right now. Ryan Marr, take it away.
Hello, I'm Ryan Marr here with Coach Maney from the MacArthur Generals basketball team. You're the coach, what have you guys done in this first half to be successful, and what do you guys need to do better?
I think we're doing a good job being patient on offense. We're making good backdoor cuts there. It's giving us a lot of early looks.
Going into the second half, what are you going to say to your team in the locker room?
just keep moving the ball, share the ball, and play team game. We'll be all right.
Well, thank you for joining us. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
And back to you guys in the studio.
It's been a great first half. You're a MacArthur Generals fan. For sure, it's really they've been shooting the lights out and been playing great defense as well.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We've seen a lot of physical play by both these teams and also great shooting, especially on MacArthur's end. They've done a good job when it comes to just shooting well. They're staying consistent. They're setting their feet. And we saw, again, in this first quarter, very early on, we saw that, they were playing very aggressive, very fast-paced. It didn't end up working out with them. They had a lot of turnovers. And they started to calm it down and start to play their pace, and that's why they're up by 11.
Absolutely. This team is playing great behind a strong performance by Mike Kanidra and by John Morgenstern. So they've been really been the leaders of the game. That's not something we really didn't expect. But right now, speaking of performances, Mepham's kick line team is on their way to nationals. So let's take a drop in on their performance. Thanks, guys. That was a great performance by the Kickline girls. They never fail to impress us.
Agree with you there. Again, they always put out a great show, and especially a very underrated part of the basketball game. You see, it's not just basketball. Again, football, all these sports where they just go out and they put a nice show, keep you at least a little bit entertained by halftime until these teams go back to the third quarter.
Absolutely. Coach Dennis does a great job of getting them at every single event. We saw them at senior night for the boys soccer team. We saw them at every single football game, even doing it in the pouring rain of that Long Beach game, which was a fun experience to say the least.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And, again, very hard-working girls. They just do a great job every time. They always put up a good show. Speaking of determination, let's go back to basketball real quick.
Absolutely. But before we do that, I just want to wish the girls, of course, kick and cheer as they get onto national. They go to Florida, they go to Disney for their national tournament. I just want to wish them the best of luck from all of us here at BMB Sports. Now back to basketball.
Yeah.
So, MacArthur, they have been doing an excellent job shooting, rebounding, and also defense. I mean, you don't see Owen Heller get blocked like that normally.
Yeah, I agree with you there. These Pirates teams, they have a lot of physical big men, but I also like how they have that mix of a point guard and a big man's body. Again, Owen Heller is very fast. He's very ball dominant. Same with Kieran Kehoe. So we see that they have that perfect mix of, we got these big men that can shoot, they can dribble, they can play defense, they can do all of that. And we've seen them kind of silenced throughout this game. Kevin Perry has done a decent job defensively, but we haven't seen him too effective in the post. Same goes with guys like Owen Heller and Kieran Kehoe. And I mean, definitely want to see a little more from your star players if you're Mepham. And MacArthur's done a good job defensively.
Absolutely. MacArthur has been really doing a good job. They've been running man a lot with guys like DeRico and Kanidra and Morgenstern, and they've been really holding their own, especially being the undersized team. I mean, DeRico is your tallest starter, only at 5'11"-ish. So, with going up against 6'5" Kieran Kehoe, I mean, Sonny is the tallest guy on his team. And you look at Kehoe and him next to each other. It looks like you and I, if we'll say that for the least.
Yeah, I agree with you there again. I mean, you drive, you see Kieran Kehoe on the left, Kevin Perry on the right. That's not something which you want to drive right into.
And then Owen Heller coming in from behind.
Yeah,
too,
I mean, Yeah, Mepham's very aggressive on defense, but the thing I like about MacArthur is, you kind of have an idea of what they're going to do defensively during the game. They once in a while run a full court press, but we mainly see just the simple man-to-man defense like it's the 90s again. They do a physical job, and you know what they're going to run, and the hard part is even trying to score on it, even though you know what's going on.
And exactly that. I mean, Sonny DeRico, that's what I'm saying. Owen Heller does not get blocked like that. That's Sonny DeRico, one of your guards, blocking them like that. And then that's Mike Kaniger getting down to the rim. Kaniger, again, he's just been finding holes in this Mepham zone. Mepham runs zone often. That's what the district does as a whole. You'll see Mepham, Kennedy, Calhoun, both boys and girls. All it is 2-3 zone, 2-3 zone, 2-3 zone. And that's just what the district likes to preach as a philosophy. I spoke with this with Sean McQuillan on last week's pregame show, where what the district likes to do is they like to promote fundamentally solid team, teams. They play together. They play as a unit with great morals, great fundamentals, and great mindsets. And that's what the district do to build strong, independent athletes on the field, and of course, once they graduate high school and into college. And I feel like the district does a great job. You see Mepham, you see Kennedy, Calhoun. Last week was such a great game with Mepham versus Calhoun because both those teams did all the little things right. Mepham is doing the same thing. They run that 2-3 zone all the way right, but MacArthur is just finding holes here, and they're just going, boom, I found a spot here right behind you. Boom, I found another spot here right behind you. Boom, 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 we're up 9 points.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They just do a good job. It's the little things that matter in the game of basketball. Yes, everyone likes seeing, 3-point lines, 3-point shots all around, just high scoring, fast pace. But MacArthur does a good job at these little things. And Mepham has too throughout this game. But, we've seen more times than not, MacArthur has had the last laugh in this first half.
Absolutely right. And I think we got Ryan Marr standing by with one of the coaches. Looks like Ryan Marr standing by with Coach Cable. So that's good now.
Hello, I'm Ryan Mark here with Coach Cable. You're down by 11 going into the second half. What do you guys need to do better or improve to take the lead now in this second half?
So we've done a pretty good job of getting them in bad positions in their offense, but we're not completing. We're not getting the trap. We're not getting the steal. We got to play with more intensity on defense. And then on offense, we've got to play faster. We got to push the ball more. The pace is not at the level that we need it to be at.
Do you think, since it's Mepham's senior night tonight, do you think that's going to improve the momentum in the second half?
I hope so. I hope we play. We were about a 5 or 6 energy level. We need to get to a 9 or a 10. So hopefully the seniors here at the start of the second half can come out and set that tone.
And lastly, before I let you leave, what did you say to your team in the dugout to get them to a better mindset to play in the second half?
Well, it's the second to last game of the season in this gym for the seniors. This is it. So we got to leave it all on the floor.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. And let's throw it back to the guys at the table. Okay, let's bring it back.
They smiled the whole
They
way
told
we
me.
did.
Look, 9 points is not good enough in the second quarter compared to what MacArthur, had there. But look, MacArthur's defense has been really good, and Mepham's been having those chances, but literally just cannot get the basket, and that's been the problem for them. Look, they're putting everything out there offensively, and then we saw. It's just such a good counterattack from MacArthur that it's literally one player every time just with a layup, and they get the 2 points in the paint.
Definitely. I got to agree with you on what Mepham has to do. I think they do need to be more aggressive on offense. They do need to obviously get points. But I think the way they do that, I think I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I think they're going to have to really follow the expression, feed the hot hand. Whether that be Kevin Perry, whether that be Owen Heller, or whoever it may be, they really just have to feed the person who's hot. They have to give him that opportunity, give him the opportunity to shine, and really just let that player eat, as they would say.
Without a doubt, yeah. And you're totally right. And it's just mainly score the points. That's what really Mepham's big thing is going to be going into this half.
Definitely, and there's a 3-ball, and already getting back into it, Jack Schaefer starting Mepham off
Wow.
right in this second quarter.
That was all net there. That was all net. No touch of a rim. Perfect three.
Back out to Morgenstein, no good, and it's going to be rebounded, and what a move by Trey O'Neal. It's going fast, but the pass and the communication was not there, unfortunately. And you can see he is not happy with the pass, but you got to respect the defensive play and the effort that got him there.
Yeah, it was a perfect move just to get out of there and escape the defensive pressure that we just saw.
Definitely. And what a move already. Sonny DiRico. He's been all over the court as Trey O'Neal, number 30, is going at it. He's going to get the contact layup, no good. Back to Briola. Schaefer, no good. Another offensive rebound, no good. Schaefer back up, no good. And finally rebounded by Morgenstein. 4 offensive rebounds, but none of them were able to fall.
And that's just so unfortunate. Again, you know, perfect layups, just unfortunate misses. And we saw this early. I mean, this is perfect. Jack Sheffer, not a guy to get threes a lot, so that for him is just a huge motivational boost. And, I mean, look, gets Mepham right back into this one.
I mean, definitely. He's one of those sneaky athletes, sneaky shooters, and you got to have the confidence at the end to turn around at the bench. He knew it was going in, and he was so excited about it.
Yeah, he's one of the most working hard kind of players on this team. Just works hard every practice. And look, a guy who deserves a three like that, without a doubt.
Definitely. And thought he had an easy layup, and Kevin Perry gonna step over him. An aggressive block, but the coach is not happy with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a very, very close call defensively. But we're gonna look at it again, and then look, he just steps right over him. Oof, that's a, man, I don't know about, you know, that one, but look, it was close defensively. Almost a really good block, but.
I mean, if it was clean, it would have been great, but that is just not one of the most sportsmanship plays you've seen.
Yeah, just unsportsmanlike there. But look, I mean, you talked about it, and here comes John Morgenstern, and he's just, he's so involved.
I mean, yeah, 7 points, 7 rebounds, and it's just, he's filling the stat sheet so much this game.
Without a doubt.
He's one of those players who's improved as the season go on, and the coaches just love him for that.
An easy center, and you can totally see it by the rebounds that he has. He's a tall athlete, and a guy who's just, you know, getting that rebound stat up and up every game.
O'Neal to Briola. Back up, trying to get something happen. Seligman!
That's a perfect play from Seligman. Goes right up the middle there. Smooth layup, and look, man, 10 points. That's all it is right now. Oh, look at that.
And I mean, they're going to respond right back. Trey O'Neal trying to pick up the pace. He's going to find a hole, but it will be a foul. Number 30, Sonny DiRico, is going to get called for that one.
Yeah, and just, I'm pretty sure what we just saw there right before it was a two points right there from Mike Condra is what we saw.
My mistake. That was Sebastian Rohr who got called with a foul. But either way, Mepham going to take it out here. Schaefer is going to get called for a travel.
That's just unfortunate, you know, just unfortunate. That's all you got to say there.
And you can see, I mean, he just goes right with it. Over the contact of Mike Condra, and I mean, Seligman was just not having it. And as here we go again, nothing here. Back out to the 3. DiRico! What a shot.
Man, oh man, DiRico. And, you know, he's one of those huge players on this team. He really gets it going. I mean, he's just put a huge positive impact on the score line here for MacArthur.
That's another block, also from Sonny DiRico. He is everywhere on the court. I mean, he's a captain for a reason. He's one of those players that coaches put so much trust in. As Schaefer here, they're going to get the 3 to go.
Well, there you go. Schaefer has 6 points, 2 threes. Unbelievable. And, you know, as you just said, look, that Sonny block, that was one of the smoothest blocks of the day, without a doubt, and that's an easy travel.
Yeah, he's going to lose control of that ball. He's going to get called for the double dribble here. And I mean, down 12 here, Mepham's going to put in their other lineup, and I mean, they're really going to have to look to get some points on the board. Get some
Look who
baskets.
stays in, Jack Sheffer, and he deserves to. 2 threes that he got.
I mean, definitely, he's been a huge part of trying to come back in this game. It's going to be Kehoe. Not going to be called for anything. Heller taking it straight to the rack, and he's going to get fouled going up further reverse.
Yep. And, you know, we talked about Heller's dribbling skills and handling skills. It's unbelievable as he's a sophomore. Huge play. And 2 free throws for him.
I mean, he's one of the most talented players on the team, and I think that's very clear to say. He's been on varsity since he was a freshman, also with being a 3-sport athlete. I mean, the guy is just everywhere.
Yeah, he is, without a doubt. And, you know, we talked about Owen Heller, you know, being one of the most potential, you know, high potential guys on this team. I mean, there's no doubt about it, you know. And again, what I think Mano, your brother said earlier, is he's a guy who a lot of colleges are looking at him for his lacrosse skills too. So multi-sport athlete.
I mean, definitely. He's he's a 3-sport varsity freshman athlete at that. As that shot's no good, June Kehoe, he's going to not slow it down, keep the fast-paced offense with Heller. Savali back out now, and that will be tipped by Cheswick, and Mepham's going to get to reset their possession.
Well, I hear a little bit of a comeback coming here. I mean, huge rebound that, you know, Kehoe gets there, and Mepham are looking to try and get back into this one without a doubt.
They definitely have something brewing right now as Cheswick back out. Levine back to Kundra. That shot is no good. A little fight for the rebound, and Savali's going to come up with it.
Huge play from Savali.
Slowing it down here. Harrington, screen, and Jack Schaefer. That's going to be off the knee of Schaefer, and they're going to give it to the Generals.
That's a shock. You know, I thought there was a last touch there from MacArthur, but I bet, you know, the refs definitely have a better view than us over here on the sideline. But look, Jack Schaefer's been, you know, without a doubt, one of the most, I got to say, players that came out of nowhere to score a lot of points, and a lot of points that Mepham's needed. I mean, if you think about it, you know, those 6 points are just huge for them right now, keeping them in this game. And look at this. Talked about it. Offense and defense for Sonny DiRico is something that it seems like he's used to. And we're seeing it now. And we're seeing it in person, which is something awesome to see. And Sonny DiRico, you know, the 12th grader, is, you know, a 2-year varsity starter. He's a captain. And again, as, you know, the coach of MacArthur says, the most explosive player on the team, 13 points per game, Jake.
I mean, definitely, and that's so impressive in and of itself. But I love how you use that word explosive, because that is the best way to describe him. I mean, he is so fast, he is so shifty with the ball on offense, but on defense, he can adjust like no one else on the court. You saw him get a little bit beat. I mean, Mepham had a step on him, but he just got back, got the block so effortlessly. I mean, the guy's everywhere, and he's one of those captains, and because he's earned that title, and he shows it every game and every time he steps out on that court.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And, you know, just as you said, a leader of this team and a guy who everybody wants to give the ball to because he's just one of those players.
I mean, definitely. Kehoe here finally going to get the steal. He's going to try to go around, try to take it right at him. No good. Gets the rebound back, and he will get fouled, and he's going to go to the line. Down 10, these two could really be huge here for Mepham.
That's huge, and it was a one-on-one against Morgenstern. And again, Morgenstern there, you know, he's the center of the team, but look, Kehoe makes it look easy in the end. You know, shows his strength against him. He definitely won that one-on-one duel.
I mean, yeah, he is just so aggressive, so confident in his ability to take anyone on in the paint. And I mean, that's the kind of stuff he will do. He will just take him on head first in the post, and even if he doesn't get the bucket to go, he will get that foul 9 times out of 10, and he will knock him down every single time.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, Jake.
Back out here at Lord. Nothing to work. Devin Hepworth getting trapped, and he will be called for the travel. Mepham will get an extra. Mepham will get the turnover, and they will get an extra possession here. as Savali will take it out here from Mepham.
Well, that's that pressure there coming from, Kehoe and Heller, where at that point, the player's just forced to almost try and get out of it, and he travels in the buildup.
Harrington, back out.
Straight up.
Kehoe trying to make something work. He's going to take the pull-up jumper, no good. And that's going to be off. It's going to be off on Harrington, and the Generals will be able to stop this Mepham's extra possession.
Way too unfortunate there. You look at that play again, and it comes off Harrington's head there. I mean, that's just nothing you can do about it if you're Harrington, unfortunately.
I mean, Hepworth back to Cheswick. And Savali will be called for his 4th foul, I believe. And he's going to try to argue it, but he will get called for the blocking foul, and he's going to be taken out for Kieran Roth.
Yeah. Huge play coming in here.
Trey O'Neal now coming in for Jack Schaefer. And Trey O'Neal, he's one of those crazy shifty, crazy fun players to watch. I mean, he just has so much confidence, so much energy out there. As it's going to go back. Lohr now, he's going to take the shot over Kehoe. And no good. And Heller, that'll be tipped by Lohr. Heller will be able to take it out. But, I mean, this defense from Mepham, you got to tell me a little bit about it because they've been so aggressive in the second half.
Well, they have been, and it's been a step up, definitely, without a doubt, a positive step up from Mepham, coming into this one. And, again, you have one of the best players, Lohr, coming up through the middle. He can't get it, and that's really just showing, Mepham's defensive tactics. They're now working going into the second half.
I mean, definitely. Harrington off the glass, and it's going the other way. It's going fast. Sebastian Lohr back out, getting double teamed. They're going to have an open shot, and he will get fouled. Owen Heller not happy with the call, but Dylan Levy is going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Levigny there, perfect play from him. And look, it gets thrown in here. He goes up, and yeah, I think that is a foul. Looks like a tap coming from Heller's right hand right onto his left arm. I think that totally threw him off. It to me, looks like it was a foul. It's a close foul. It's close, so Heller does have a little bit of room to complain there, but not a lot. I mean, it is a foul.
I mean, definitely, as they're going to miss both, and that will be rebounded by MacArthur. That shot, no good, and they're going to fight with their own team for the rebound, and that'll result in another possession that's blocked. It's going the other way. Heller, fast, back to Ross. Another pass, and it's good.
That's the play that Mepham needed. And again, I think Heller's release there wasn't so fast, but he found the right pass. It's perfect from Heller.
Harrington, you gotta talk about it. A chase down block, back to a layup, all the way back to a steal, and he will give Mepham another possession.
We need a replay of that. Yeah, there we go. And we get to see this.
Speak it into existence.
Look at this.
Ross, chase down block. Heller's going to take it on the fast break, and he will get the pass as you saw before. Now Kehoe taking it straight at him, and he will get fouled again. To make it a 4-point game, Kehoe, one of their best free throw shooters, is going to the line.
Yep, without a doubt. And again here, we're gonna see Kehoe get his free throws. I mean, he was practicing them before the half, and I think he almost made all of them. So, he's really, really accurate with these. There you go. And this game's getting closer. Jake, we have a 5-point game now, which at half was not close at all.
I mean, they're just doing exactly what we said during halftime. I mean, you got to be more aggressive. You got to feed that hot hand. And at this point, it's got to be Ryan Harrington. I mean, just the back-to-back incredible plays. 2 on defense, 1 on offense. As another one.
Man.
Almost hitting on camera. But Ryan Harrington, he's playing with some heart in this second half.
Harrington is he's a multi-sport athlete. I mean, look at this. This is a huge smack. Man, oh man, that is strength from Harrington. Huge play for Mepham's defense coming up here this half. and offensively also it's working. So everything's working for Mepham right now. Again, 2 points for him, 2 blocks, and those 2 blocks are coming up huge for Mepham.
I mean, yeah, you gotta love seeing the angle of that camera. I mean, it was so fast off of Harrington's hand, so much aggression and so much power in that block. I mean, they will be called for a travel again. I mean, Mepham is going on a run, and if I'm the Generals, I gotta call a timeout. I mean, you need to talk it over. Mepham is playing a almost flawless third quarter
Without
right
a
now.
doubt. Without a doubt, Jake. I mean, they're ruthless right now, defensively, offensively. They came right back into this one.
Trey O'Neal is gonna go to the line. They're gonna call a foul on Dylan Langvini.
Yeah, and I think the MacArthur coaches were asking for a travel. It didn't look like one. Took the 2 steps and then went for a layup, but he got fouled. You know, he got fouled in the buildup.
First one, no good for Trey O'Neal. Sonny DiRico, he's gonna come in, and here's gonna be the foul. I mean, yeah, it was definitely a clear foul. He did get fouled, but he's gonna have to capitalize on these 2.
Without a doubt. And there you go.
And this is gonna be a 1-possession game at halftime. I mean, this is just not exactly what a lot of people thought was gonna happen. And the spin move, Sonny DiRico, the 3 no good, rebounded. Back up, and Mepham's gonna get another stop. Trey O'Neal back out in the steal by DiRico. It's going the other way, and they're gonna slow it down. Trapped. Trey O'Neal, Ryan Harrington, trapping Sonny DiRico. It's gonna be.
Man, that's close. That's close. I gotta say it. I mean, to me, it almost looked like it was a foul there, just because it almost looked like a push behind on Trey O'Neal. But yeah, it will be. It will be.
I mean, just the change.
No. It's just gonna be out. Okay.
I mean, just the change of possession has been absolutely crazy. I mean, it's been going so fast. There's been so many turnovers, so many fouls. There's just been so much happening at one time. It's so hard to keep up with. But this is just what happens when you have so much aggression and so much heart that you put into this game.
Without a doubt. And Heller goes to the line because of a push in the back coming from a MacArthur basketball player. And Dylan Divigny will be out.
Sebastian Lohr was called for that foul. It was Owen Heller, his first shot. No good. Kehoe rebounded. He's going to stay in. Back to Trey O'Neal, and they're going to call a timeout Mepham. They're going to take a second, regain this possession, and see if they can really make something happen. Maybe even tie up this game.
Yeah, and without a doubt, I mean, look, to say it's a 1-possession game now, this is a huge comeback coming from Mepham's side of things, and everything they're doing is ultimately perfect. So, look, you know, we're a minute and 2 seconds left. Perfect time to call a timeout for Mepham. Let's look at this replay here, and it's huge. Sebastian Lord goes up, gets his layup there. I mean, he's been good all day, Sebastian Lohr, a player that, you know, I know we've been talking about it a lot, but we should be. We should be. You know, he's been scoring the points for MacArthur.
Finn, I believe that was showing a travel, and I think that was the shift in momentum that Mepham really needed. The travel by Sebastian Lohr was really just that moving factor that made Mepham able to score, able to really put this game in reach, and I think that was the turning point. I think that's why we showed it.
Yep.
Trey O'Neal back at top of the key, under a minute in the third, and Kieran Kehoe gonna go up strong.
Huge play, and again, Trey O'Neal just calming it down, and then giving it to Kehoe for a layup. Perfect play. And look at that defensive play.
2 players on the floor. Trey O'Neal, and what a rebound by John Morgenstein.
One-handed rebound there.
I mean, you don't get too much praise for some of those rebounds. I think you should. Kehoe going up, and he will not get the dunk or the layup. In and out, and Kehoe now going to get the layup. A great assist by Harrington. Way to find the open man, and Kehoe will get his redemption.
Mepham gets their first lead of the game. This is huge.
Back out, Sonny DiRico, trapped. He's gonna have to pass it out. He's going to find Morgenstein. Back out. What a mid-range, and it's no good. I think we have to talk about it. What a flawless third quarter here for Mepham. I mean, at halftime, they were losing by pretty much 10 or 11. As you can see, the play that put this game and put this lead into Mepham's hands by Kieran Kehoe. And that's just, he's been one of the huge aspects of this team. So I'm joined by Ryan Moe. What do you think you can really tell us about Kieran Kehoe and how he's been a huge factor?
You know, I said it multiple times, you know, when I was on air before in the first quarter. Kieran Kehoe is a stud. He is a golden boy, and he's proved himself all year. He really has. He leads this team in certain things and in certain stats, and he's going to continue to do so for one more year after this year.
I agree with you there, Ryan. And again, we've seen these Pirates, they absolutely storm back down at 11 at one point. They were having a big deficit going into the halftime. And third quarter, they kind of turned it around completely. We saw a massive run. And, I mean, I haven't seen a MacArthur point in a long time now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what changes that MacArthur makes. And, yeah, I mean, you know, we've seen a Mepham team that's played very dominant throughout that third quarter. And, you know, they just kind of they stepped on the gas pedal a little bit there. You can tell it's made a big difference in the score.
Exactly. You know, key players like Kieran Kehoe, like we said, but also Owen Heller. Owen Heller has been there. He's been there for every single play, and he's been involved in every single play. And like we said, these younger kids on this team are taking a big step up and doing their job, and they're doing it really, really well. So Kieran Kehoe, Owen Heller stepping up. He's a sophomore, like we said, and he's going to continue to do so, like we said. These key players have been performing all season.
I agree with you there, and we've seen this whole Mepham lineup has just rejuvenated with energy. They've done a great job here in the second half. As we get underway here in the fourth, a quick pull-up Jay won't end this MacArthur scoring drought. A good rebound though, pushing up the other way. Kieran Roth almost having a breakaway, but Sebastian Lohr with an amazing defensive play hits a finger on it, and that'll be out of bounds. Mepham ball.
Protect the rim! Protect the rim!
So we get ready here. Trey O'Neal gonna inbound it to Kieran Roth. Kieran to Kehoe down low. Through the double team, and they're gonna say no shot on the floor. They're gonna call it on Morgenstein. So as Kehoe was going up, not getting the shot off, won't get the two, but.
This has been one of the bigger fouling games, you know. Both teams have been fouling all game. And as we get into these later moments, it's going to be a big factor in the points.
Perfectly said as Kehoe sinks the first of the 1-and-1 as the Pirates are in the bonus. We take another look here at that big play by Kehoe. Just a good job. You swing your arms a little bit and, you know, just a nice quick hop step, able to get the shot. So Kehoe sinks both. You see a little celebration at the end as these Pirates are starting to feel themselves here in the fourth quarter. So we see Sebastian bringing it up to Sonny. Sonny tries driving. They're going to call a foul on Trey O'Neal, getting a little too handsy there. You see Sonny plays with such great speed, such aggression, and you know, just trying to push the ball, push the effort a little bit. Is, you know, again, we've seen a big scoring drought here from MacArthur. So Sonny now double teamed. Try getting the bounce pass. A good read by this Mepham defense. They've been the story of the night here in the second half. As then Kieran Roth draws the foul. So this defense for the Mepham, I don't know exactly what Coach Cable told these Pirates, but it has just been all gas, no brakes here in the second half.
You know, I interviewed him during halftime, and he told me that he told these players that, you know, there's 2 games left at home for these seniors. And tonight's a senior night, and the momentum is here. And let's take advantage of that. You know, we're home. We have the home field advantage. And let's do what we came here to do for the whole season. And I guess it spoke to them, and we are here. We are here now, where Mepham is now leading.
So Kieran Roth sinks the second free throw, and again, you know, this Generals team trying to figure out something. Very sloppy passing. They haven't been great. They've played with speed. They just got to figure out a way to finish. So we see Sebastian trying to find the hole, not able to drive. A quick pass out from the corner to the wing, not able to end the drought there. Owen Heller with the rebound. So the attempted shot by Dylan from MacArthur, not able to end this drought. Heller now at the 10-foot line. Owen Heller to Kehoe. Kehoe trying to find a hole down low. Pass it right back out to Heller. To the corner to Roth. Roth, a nice quick step. Not able to get the point, but a nice job drawing the foul. That will be 2 for Kieran Roth. Again, another great job. We're seeing these Pirates team. They've stormed back here in the second half. And one thing that we didn't see as much in the first that we've seen now is just pure speed and determination. We've seen these effort that these Pirates teams have showed. They've done a great job defensively, and whatever adjustments were made defensive, whether it was playing with more speed or just really enjoying the moment. Whatever Coach Cable said to them at halftime has clearly worked out very well for these Pirates.
Yes, like I said, tonight's senior night, and they want to do it for their seniors. And senior night is a big event in all sports at Mepham, so they want to represent and be one of those teams. But like we are here now, MacArthur just called the timeout, and they now lead in fouls with 10 fouls. Mepham has 6, and Mepham has had more fouls all game, and they don't anymore. They went on a 20-0. They went on a 20-0 run, when they were trailing 43-28. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, just let that sink in for a few minutes and just understand how hard that is going into halftime. And I mean, we've seen such a big scoring jump by MacArthur, and they're still in it. That's the amazing thing about this, I mean, as much as we've talked about Mepham and about how great they have been in the second half, MacArthur is still in it. They're only down 5. They got 6 minutes and 44 seconds. And, if they can kind of return to that first half MacArthur team that we saw, I mean, I have no doubt that this team can turn it on. The Generals, they play with such great speed, and they're kind of ride or die with the press game. They're running man, they're running a lot of physical man, and they're playing with a lot of speed on the offense. Just the problem is the passes haven't been there. They've had so many turnovers, so many fouls, and just making some overall bad decisions, and that can be the difference in this game. We talk about real quick one of the main shows here at BMB Morning Announcements. The BMB Morning Announcements airs every Friday morning for you to wake up with many faces such as Sean McQuillan, Hannah Broxmeyer, Matthew Mano, Cuban Olympus Charles, and so much more. Tune in next week to watch more on what's going on around Mepham High School.
You see all your favorite BMB stars on the morning announcements produced by Sean McQuillan. And let me just tell you, it's always a great show.
Agree with you there as we return to game action here in Mepham High School. MacArthur. So Sebastian out the 10-foot line, sends it down to the corner. Mike finding a open Patrick Cheswick, just an air ball though, not right idea. Pull up Jay, just clearly his shoulders were not turned perfectly to the hoop, didn't set his feet fast enough for him to be able to get that proper angle at the hoop and just not able to sink it. So Mike Kundura is going to sit down for a little bit, get a small rest, and we've seen these MacArthur starters just pulled in and out for seconds at a time to give them a little bit of rest. So the Generals now. Cheswick, another turnover for these Generals as Trey O'Neill's going to bring it the other way. Trey, expect these Pirates to continue to play with speed. Trey O'Neill trying to go on the double team. Not a great pass, but it ends up getting lucky as the ball hits Dylan Labonte's foot and will stay Pirates ball. We see Sonny coming back in the game here for the Generals, such a difference maker, and he just plays with great speed and does a good job driving in the hoop. Very aggressive player.
100%.
So Harrington now sends it down to Kehoe. Kehoe to driving Kieran Roth. Kieran Roth with speed, not able to finish. Roth gets the rebound, not able to put the mid-range shot in. A physical play, but it's going to stay the Generals' way as Kehoe tries to play with a little bit of aggression at the end of the play there, trying to get the ball back. So we see now Sebastian Lohr is going to inbound it. Passes it to Sonny, right back to Sebastian. We've seen this back and forth game a lot here. It worked out in the first half, not so much in the second. Sebastian now, another great defensive play. This defense for the Pirates is electric with Ryan Harrington with the nice finish. That puts the Pirates up 7, and defense wins championships, and that is a perfect demonstration right now for these Pirates. So we see here Dylan passes it off the shoulder of Trey O'Neill. That's going to stay MacArthur's way. We'll take another look. Is just a great defensive play. Trey O'Neill has stepped up big time here in the fourth quarter with yet another great play defensively. And every play matters, especially in a close game like this. In the corner, Sebastian not able to break this drought, but a good rebound. Now Dylan, that's going to be foul on Kieran Roth, I believe. A nice quick fake there by Dylan. Gets Kieran a little antsy, get him jumping, and that's going to send Dylan to the line for 2. So a chance to end this scoring drought for MacArthur.
Yeah, you know, MacArthur's got to do a little bit more of that. They got to draw a little bit more fouls. They haven't. They haven't been taking advantage of that. You know, the refs have been calling a lot of fouls all night. But another one of those key players that made Mepham, that gave Mepham the lead, is Ryan Harrington. He's an absolutely unbelievable teammate. Yeah.
A chance there to break the scoring drought, not able to hit the free throw, and it's going to be Mepham ball. You see the refs just talking about something real quick, making sure they got the call right. And never mind, it's going to be the Generals ball. So after a quick discussion and a gentleman's agreement, the ball is going to stay MacArthur's way here with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left. The Generals starting to get a little desperate for points here. Anything that they need to do, they will do it. You find Sonny at the three-point line. Now a nice quick shot, but it's going to be an air ball there by John Morgenstein. He's had a great game with this Generals team overall. A struggling second half. Owen Heller through the legs, right back to O'Neal. Now to Roth. Quick wraparound for Kehoe. Kehoe trying to find something. The pull-up J, no good. Rebound's going to hit Sebastian in the nose. Unfazed by it though now as Dylan brings the ball up from MacArthur. The Generals starting to try to find a rhythm. Sonny sends it to the corner. Lohr trying to drive. Ball slips out of his hands. Looks like he went for a pull-up J, but just lands right into the stomach of Kieran Roth. And now Owen Heller has it going the other way. Heller, quick behind the back. Nice ball movement here by the Pirates. Harrington to Heller. Nice pick by Kehoe, trying to find the right side. Nice pick and pop. Kehoe off the back of the rim. Nice rebound by MacArthur. Generals are taking now the other way. Both teams in the bonus here. As Sebastian, a nice pass. That's going to be an and one. So we've seen that these Generals team could not do anything. They couldn't buy a point here in the second half. And right there, a great display of talent and ball movement by these Generals as Sebastian Lohr finds a driving Sonny for the point.
This foul was big. You know, they got the 2 points and they got the N1, and that brings them in within 2 baskets of a differential. And that's huge.
I agree there as Sonny able to capitalize on the three-point play, now having a 50-46 game. That was such a huge play for the Generals. Finally able to find that rhythm, hopefully again. So Heller now is going to send it to Harrington. Three-point line, kicks it to Roth. Quick jab step. Finds Harrington down low. Harrington loses it in his feet. As we wait for the call here by the refs, I believe it's going to go the Generals' way. Yes, it will. So a good diving play there by Dylan to jump on that ball. Called the jump ball, ended up giving it to the Generals.
Yeah, you know, this game is important. This game is important for Mepham, and it's important for MacArthur. You know, if Mepham wins this and they win the rest of their games, they're in the playoffs, like was mentioned in the first quarter.
So Owen Heller now off the turnover, driving on 3 blue jerseys, not able to finish it. We saw many men jump off for that rebound, but it's going to go the Generals' way. So we're seeing now that just, again, the turnovers has been the story of this second half for the Generals, and they're finally able to get that three-point play, which was so big. Can't stress it enough. And now we're going to see an effect of a 1-and-1 off the bonus. Seeing the refs discuss, they're going to have number 23, John Morgenstein, shoot these free throws. So big here to hit this first shot. Morgenstein, big moment here. Not able to hit it off the front of the rim. It's going to be off the foot of Sonny. Tries to go up on 2 defenders, but not able to capitalize. And now Kehoe bringing it up. Quick stumble, but he's still running. Heller going to see a timeout by Coach Cable. A smart decision there is, you know, we saw Kehoe stumble, and ever since that stumble, that whole play didn't work out too well. You saw the quick pass to the corner almost intercepted, and then you see Heller trying to find some sort of pull-up J, wasn't there. So good timeout called by Mepham.
You know, Mepham called that full timeout, and they couldn't have called it at a better time. You know, things were getting a little sloppy, and Coach Cable, just like he did at halftime, is going to talk to his players, get his players back in check, and, you know, get them back in the momentum that they were in when they went on that 20-0 lead.
I agree with you there. Is, you know, one of the very few negative plays here by these Pirates is the second half has been all of them. And
I mean, if you're the Generals, you're the head coach talking, in this huddle, it's really important to just stress to your players to stay calm, stay aggressive, controlled chaos. That's the big part of the game. Just make sure that you're playing with speed, playing with athleticism, not playing scared. And we've seen that it hasn't been quite controlled. We've seen the more chaos side of that come out here by these Generals in the second half. But again, I can't stress enough how bad they've been when it comes to the second half, but they're still in this game. That's the amazing part about it. They've made some clutch plays. They still have been fairly well defensively here in this fourth quarter, and they're still in it. So I'm very curious to see what changes we see that these Generals team makes.
I could not agree more.
So Trey O'Neal has Harrington in the corner. We'll pass it to him. Harrington had the open look, didn't shoot it. Now Heller, good job by Sebastian closing in. So now O'Neal, Dillon defending him. O'Neal, smart job, quick behind the back. Roth trying to drive, loses the ball, good play by Sebastian. Now Heller now, quick hop step, tries to send it to Kieran Roth in the corner, just not quite able to hit it. We saw an aggressive play, a nice hop step, just not able to hit the pass.
Yeah, definitely. You saw Trey run in that pool of MacArthur General players and get out of it and get that ball out of there, but then it just was lost.
So we see now Dillon pass it up past midcourt. Now Sebastian, one of the star players on this Generals team, sits at the Dillon three-point line, no good. A big chance there from MacArthur as they missed the opportunity. Heller now bringing it up the other way. O'Neal. Back to the corner now. Roth finds Harrington, not able to catch the ball. One of those small mental errors that you just cannot make if you are Mepham. Sebastian Lohr passes it to the wing now. Morgenstein to the top of the key to Sonny. Sonny with the drive, the nice jump up the front of the rim, and now goes the other way. Many opportunities for this Generals team. Not able to capitalize on. They're going to call the charge. What a play there by Sonny. Just putting your hands down at the waist, falling, taking that big hit, and I'll tell you right now, Kieran Kehoe coming at you. I mean, that's a 6'6", and he is not a skinny dude whatsoever. He's definitely got some muscle on him coming at full speed. That is not a situation that I personally want to be in. And Sonny takes one big for your team late here, and every play really matters. Everything is amplified when you're in this close of a game in the fourth quarter. So again, a huge break and a huge play here by Sonny and this MacArthur team.
Like you said, it's so important. And as you see here, you just see it. The ref marks it as a charge right away. Like you said, it's very important. But the factor that both foul counts are both at 10 makes it 10 times more important, because that goes to a one-and-one shot. And every single point, there's a 4-point differential with 2 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, every point matters.
I agree with you there, and again, every team needs that player that's willing to put their body on the line. That's one of those things here in basketball and really any sport that it's easier said than done. And right there, Sonny, one of their best players on this team. We've seen guys like Sonny, Morgenstein, Kandura, Lohr, all just do a good job of stepping up, and just such a big play, and possibly an opportunity for this MacArthur team to turn the ties. As we wait, this Generals team will send their players back onto the floor. It's going to be MacArthur ball, and you're looking at a 4-point game, 2 minutes and 25 seconds, a ton of time left on the clock, and just don't stress anything here if you're MacArthur. Just play with speed, controlled chaos. So Dillon now going to find a lane. He's going to spin back around. Sonny now, top of the key to Sebastian. Trying to find that bounce pass to the post, but nothing there. Good defense. As Harrington, a nice job almost intercepting that pass. Instead, makes Sebastian rethink his decision, but a nice effort play by Lohr to get the ball back. Sonny on the aggressive finish, and he hits it. What a play there by Sonny. You see Sebastian makes the mistake, makes up for it right away. It's that effort factor that this Generals team has shown. When the team is down, you need a big play, and Sebastian and Sonny doing a good job displaying that. So Kieran Roth now, Pirates team looking to find a response. They're going to call the foul there on Dillon. Aggressive play, almost poked the ball out. There wasn't much arm action there when it comes to making contact, but enough. And you take a look, just such an aggressive physical play here by Sonny. I'm telling you, that man has more guts than almost anyone here on the court. He's willing to do whatever he has to do in order to capitalize.
And like I said in the beginning, I said it a million times, and I'm going to say it again. That is exactly what a coach wants, especially in this scenario. He wants you to go up. I mean, in that time, it did not result in an N1, but in any scenario, that can lead to an N1.
Perfectly said, as O'Neal will sink the second shot after missing the first. So MacArthur now down 51-48. A one-possession game. You see here almost on the backcourt violation. The Generals got to push this ball. They do get it up. It's right there. Morgenstein tries going up in a big defensive play by Kieran Kehoe. Another block by Kehoe. What a play going the other way. Kieran Kehoe, what a play. This man is unstoppable right now. I'm telling you, two great defensive efforts by Kieran Kehoe brings it right back the other way. No fatigue shown by Kehoe and these Pirates as the Generals do a good job answering right back. Patrick Cheswick. But again, a great play by Kieran Kehoe. Again, that's just effort. Effort is so important in every sport. And we take another look. Look at that. A nice job blocking Sonny. Goes the other way. Harrington to Kehoe and a tough finish. I'm telling you right now, one-on-one against Kieran Kehoe is something that's extremely hard to do, being 6'6" and just so talented.
And look at these players on the sideline. You know, you saw that replay. Those players were not just excited for the team, but they were excited for him. And that's what makes this team so great. Here we go, Kieran Kehoe. He's got 14 points this game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And, I mean, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, can it be any better?
Yeah, definitely a great game here, almost on the double-double and 2 rebounds away. And also, I mean, 4 blocks. Yes, he's 6'6", but, you know, 4 blocks is 4 blocks. No matter how you want to cut it, slice it, roll it, it doesn't matter. 4 blocks is so impressive, and that's one of the things that Kehoe brings to the floor every night. Mepham has, the good thing about Mepham is that they're very versatile with these players. They have guys that, you know, they have these point guards, these shooting guards that are willing to drive, willing to go in the paint and get, you know, and start just doing some of the dirty work here for this team. And they also have these big men that can do everything, and Kieran Kehoe is the perfect example of that. So we see now a minute left in this game. MacArthur in a one-possession game, down 3 points. Both teams here in the bonus. So every foul here just means so much more. Every mistake, every shot, every opportunity just means so much more in a close game like this.
And like we've seen over the past, 5 minutes now, a simple touch of the ball has resulted in turnovers. So you got to protect that ball now in these key moments.
Yeah, defense is very important. There's a timeout by Coach Cable. A little concern there that they weren't able to inbound the ball. But yeah, defense has been the story for these Mepham teams. Yes, the offense has done a good job. They've stormed back after being down big, down by, you know, they've had a 20-0 run going into this fourth quarter. They've done a great job. And again, defense, so important. Effort, defense, all of that. This Pirates team has displayed it. So we see now the Pirates doing a good job calling a timeout, playing it safe. They have 2 left to spare here with a little over a minute left in the fourth quarter here at Mepham High School. And I mean, you take a look in this Mepham huddle, but you know, you got to make some of these adjustments. Ryan, if you're this Mepham team, what do you want to do to make sure that you're able to contain and hopefully come out here with the win for them if you're them?
You know, like I said, a simple touch of the ball can be a bobble and can be a turnover. But defense and offense are going to be 2 big factors here, obviously. But Mepham's got to do they got to do their job, and their key players have to stand up and take charge. They got to do what they have to do, and they've been doing all game, especially in this 20-0 rally. We got to see that same momentum, we got to see that same attitude, and we got to see that the same skill set that we saw in that time. Yeah, we've seen that. You know, an overall well-rounded game is so important. The Pirates have displayed that as you're going to see O'Neal send it to Heller. They're able to get the inbound. Sebastian running up with him. They're going to call a foul on Sebastian. There wasn't too much contact. Hands are up, but definitely close as, you know, we saw Heller playing with a lot of speed. So now the Pirates with an opportunity to make this a 2-possession game. As again, a smart play by Heller, just playing with speed, running up the sidelines, and overall just a big play. So Heller able to sink the first in the 1-and-1. So a good job there by Owen Heller, the sophomore. And now a chance to put Mepham up 5. He has yet to let this team down. You know, he's been there in the key moments. He's been there when the team has needed him most, and he's there again. So Owen Heller puts the Pirates up 5 here with 55 seconds and counting. Still now, they have 2 white jerseys around him, and another good defensive play by Trey O'Neal.
He has been so good defensively. Him, along with Kieran Kehoe and this entire Pirates roster, they have done such a good job defensively, and that's so important, such an underrated part of the game. And, you know, defense has just been the biggest factor here for these Pirates.
Exactly what you're saying. You know, here it is. You know, a simple touch of that ball, and it's a turnover.
We see the double team as well.
Yeah, and
This
you know
is
that's
smart.
they're being so strategic in these times. And Mepham, what they're taking advantage of is the fact that these referees are calling so much fouls, and they're taking advantage of the fouls.
So we see Trey O'Neal misses the first free throw, hits the second one, putting the Pirates up 6 here with 48 seconds. A miraculous comeback, but this game is not over yet. So we see now, I mean, Trey O'Neal, he has been so good defensively. The amount of steals he could have, you can count on 2 hands right now. It's unbelievable. Him along with this entire Pirates roster. Coach Cable has made some key adjustments so far, and again, just a good job. You see Kehoe, Harrington, and O'Neal all around the blue jerseys, just doing a nice job getting their hands on, you know, making contact with this ball, just trying to do whatever they can to interfere with this Generals offense, and we haven't seen MacArthur really have an answer all game for this Pirates offense, for this Pirates defense. Excuse me.
I couldn't agree more. You know, there's 38.9 seconds left on the clock, and every second matters. You know, like we said, there have been so many fouls this game, and the little things matter in this time that's left. And you know, MacArthur took advantage of it in the beginning. Mepham's taking advantage of it now. And that's a key to the success that's been the differential in these two teams' success over the 2 different halves.
I agree with you there. And here's the thing, though. Again, you keep saying it. Yes, the Pirates have had a great half, but this game is not over. You still have 38 seconds. You're down by 6. Yes, that's 2 shots, and Mepham has the ball. But you're going to have to be very aggressive. You're going to see some fouls, but we've seen a lot of missed free throws throughout this game, so anything can happen. And trust me, we've seen crazier in sports,
Yeah.
especially here at Mepham High School.
That's so true. You know, like we saw, there was 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the clock for the past 15 minutes now. So even though it's 1 minute, it's been 15 minutes.
Yeah, and, you know, again, Trey O'Neal, such a good job defensively, along with the rest of this Mepham team. They've just done a great job. They've kind of bonded together ever since the second half started. Just overall, a great job defensively. So Kehoe able to sink that first free throw. The second look for Kehoe. He's done a great job on the line here today.
And that brings the differential to 8. Mepham up by 8.
So we're going to see a lot of speed here by the Generals, trying to make some last-second comeback. You're going to see the nice floater there by Sonny. So that's going to make this game just a little bit closer here. The Generals down by 6 with 29 seconds to go.
With another timeout called, you know, Coach wants to say his final thoughts and put out what he's saying, especially in the time. Here you go. You see that simple basket. Coach told Mepham no fouls. And, you know, like we said, because if he goes up and he gets that foul, that brings that total, instead of 2, to 3. And like we said, every single point matters.
Yeah, good job there. Sonny has, even though this you know, Generals team right now isn't looking like they're going to be able to come back, still in it, definitely not over, but not the second half that they'd hoped for, not the trip, you know, coming down from Levittown to Mepham, not exactly what they hoped to happen here, you know, with 28 seconds left in the second half. And, you know, we have seen, though, that there still is effort there, even though, again, the offense hasn't quite panned out how it should in this second half. We have seen the effort. There's still, you know, a ton of these players like Sonny is not afraid to drive on some of these big men that you know, Mepham has to offer. So, again, there's no such thing really as a good loss. It's not really a thing. You don't want to lose. Your objective is to win no matter the situation. But it is a little inspiring to see that, you know, this team is still fighting, and they're definitely still in it. So Kehoe able to get out of that little tanglement. Harrington to Roth. Roth trying to go up, but stripped from the ball. Sonny now going the other way. Sonny with some speed is going to drive it in on Heller, and he's going to draw the foul. So a good play there by Sonny, playing on both ends. Coach Cable stressing to the Pirates that they do not have to foul. They don't have to play with speed. Just hold on to the ball. Make MacArthur come to you and start fouling. Give your team an opportunity at the line. So Sonny now with the first shot, not able to hit it. That'll keep the Generals deficit at 6 points. And we'll take another look just at that good two-way play by Sonny. Just does a good job getting the steal, comes back on the other way around, and a nice opportunity. Good job drawing the foul.
So we see Mepham just doing a good job playing smart basketball here in this fourth quarter. And, you know, this game has kind of spoken for itself here in the second half. We saw the Generals come into halftime, up big, doing a great job, and Coach Cable has just done a great job completely changing. They made all these adjustments offensively and defensively, and, you know, the Generals here, again, had a good first half, but not going to be able to come out on top. So Owen Heller misses the first free throw. See Kevin Perry, Jack, and Seligman, the seniors, getting ready to come in here on senior night at Mepham High School. Such a big night for all high schools around the world, senior night. And, you know, for a team like this that not only needed a win tonight, but it's also bigger than that. It's just a team that, you know, loves these seniors. They're going to miss them as these guys will get ready to go on to the collegiate level. Just a big night. So the free throw hit as Owen Heller now will check out for the game. Generals down 7 here. As the Generals are going to roll the ball down. Rolling the ball down the floor means until Sebastian picks it up as he just does, the clock won't run. A quick pull-up J by Sebastian, able to hit it. So a nice job there by Sebastian. And Jack, a jump ball with Sebastian. It's going to be out on Sebastian, not able to quite bring it in, hitting off his fingertips. So we're going to see 3 seconds left.
3 seconds. That's not a lot of time, and there's a 5-point differential.
So the Generals are going to let this clock run. The Mepham Pirates here at Mepham High School on senior night will take the victory. Yes, as you said it, 59 to 54.
You know, MacArthur got a little comfortable in that first half. You know, Mepham came back, and Kieran Kehoe, Ryan Harrington, and Owen Heller said, not today.
Yeah, great job overall by these Pirates team. Defense, the story here in the second half. Brian, I got to ask, you know, we do this all the time, sometimes jinx it. Who's your prediction here for the BMB player of the game?
You know, I got to say, if I had to say, I had to say Owen Heller. You know, he's been there for the rebounds, he's been there for the points, and he's been there in every big play of this game. So as we await the outcome, it's not Owen Heller, it's Kieran Kehoe here, as we're about to have the interview with Jake Mano and Kieran Kehoe.
Here with BMB's player of the game, Kieran Kehoe. So first, this was a very close game, a nail-biter game. What was going through your head in the fourth quarter?
Honestly, it was just to play hard and don't let any of the fatigue get to me. I mean, just being able to play with all this energy is really what got us here, and it's a team effort. That was just probably the best team effort we played all year round.
I mean, definitely. I love how you said energy. This team plays with so much energy and so much love for the game. What is your favorite part about being a Mepham Pirate?
You know, there's a lot of great things about it. The teammates are like family. They're like my brothers. It's just a great atmosphere to be around, and I love coming out here every day.
And lastly, this was a great game for you. What do you think you did well and something you're proud of that you did in this game?
You know, I kind of came out short and was kind of missing a lot, but once I finally locked in, it was a great game for myself, and I'm really impressed with myself, so yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Kieran. Celebrate with your teammates. Great game, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys, and back up to the studio.
All right, thanks, guys. And Kieran Kehoe, I mean, you could see just how well respected he is by his teammates, right? Like,
without a doubt.
You see Kevin Perry coming in, giving him a big hug. You see Coach Cable coming in, giving him little bunny ears behind.
Without a
behind
doubt,
him.
yeah.
And of course, at the very end, I mean, you could see him just drying off, and Coach Cable with the paper towels. That was fun.
No,
and that was a fun game too.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, a classic, you know, high school basketball game where two huge rivals go up against each other. And it was a great game to watch, you know, watching Kehoe play a great game. Also Morgenstern, you know, my God.
John Morgenstern. And
12 rebounds,
Sonny,
it?
Yeah, 12
great.
rebounds. Sonny DeRico, MacArthur's leading scorer,
Yep.
with 16 points, showing the hops that he knows from the 400 hurdles. I mean, look,
Yep.
he's one of my competitors. Love Sonny, great guy. But let's talk about these Mepham Pirates. Now, the objective is simple. Win, and
Yep.
you live to play another game. Win
Yep.
again, it's versus your district rival Calhoun.
2 wins, you're in.
Win,
Yep.
you're it's exactly right, Finn.
Yep.
Win and you're in. It's pretty much what the Jacksonville Jaguars scenario had going into the end of last year.
Yep.
2 games that are uphill battles against the top dogs of your conference, and if you win them, you're in.
Yep.
That's what these Mepham Pirates have with Kieran Kehoe and all those other guys. I mean, Kevin Perry back. That is such a new dimension to that offense, and especially to the defense. And talking about defense, did you see Kehoe's block?
Yeah, Kehoe's block was insane, showing off his athleticism and his height all in one play. And then, look, he's scoring points everywhere today. He's one of those players who can do almost anything, defensively, offensively. We saw that with a few other players, on MacArthur, So, look, I think it was a great game from him. And, look, we also talked about Jack Sheffer. He got 2 3-pointers
Absolutely.
in that third quarter. That was huge, too.
And also, and let's go back to Kehoe. That block, you will be seeing that block on the roll into the morning announcement sports book.
Oh, without a doubt.
You will be seeing that block on Friday. You'll be, and I'll see you there on Friday. Let's go back to this block. First,
man,
Kehoe almost puts it down, and Harrington with a great putback, and then this you will see on Friday alongside yours truly. Stay tuned for the BMB morning announcements for Finnegan, Corcoran, Doolin, Tyler Steinberg, Jake Mano, Ryan Marr, and all of the BMB crew. I'm Matt Mano, and we will see you for a very special BMB Game of the Week, a collaboration with Cougar TV, as the Cougars take on the Garden City Trojans. We'll see you then. Good night, everyone.